Hello, Pisces. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your mini reading for the feminines on behalf of your divine masculine. Will your divine masculine X return? So let's take a look at that and see what's going on there. General reading, as always, guys. It won't resonate with every single person, so please do take from it what makes sense for you and release the rest. If you are interested in your own personal private reading, that info is down below. And of course, I'll include a link to the decks and creators that you see here today, Pisces. So we're going to start things off with a couple of decks here. This one is the Masculine's Madness 2 by Bridget of Divine Essentials. And then we'll grab a couple cards from the Confessions of a Runner deck by Angelic Revelation 144. So let's begin. Let's see where this is going to go when it comes to your masculine X. We've got uproar. Let's cause some chaos. Okay, so that chaos could be a good thing or a not so good thing. So we'll have to take a look, because when it's chaotic, sometimes that can be a little bit turbulent. Okay. We have appealing. That ass is so appealing. I want access now. So certainly very sexual in nature there. And still finding the feminine to be very attractive. Somebody that they want to be with, perhaps at this point, still fantasizing about you, my feminines. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab a couple of confessions here as to what's going on with your masculine. Everyone wants to fuck you. Can I really be enough for you? Wow. Okay, so that is what's presenting itself here. There could be other people who are interested in you. Maybe at this point someone else is with you, if they know this, and they still find you to obviously be very appealing. And for me, this chaos could be that you might have an ex who wants to come back. And if you're with someone else, that's going to create a lot of drama and chaos. The kind of chaos you want to stay away from. Okay, so let's grab one more here. I don't know how my family will react. I don't think they will approve of our relationship. Well, not if it turns into a third-party situation, So we'll have to take a look and see how the rest of the cards play off of that. So, but that's kind of what I'm getting because of the cards and how they're presenting itself here and the messages that are coming through. Very matter of fact. They still obviously find you to be very attractive, very appealing, very sexually desirable. But they're also coming through with this confession. Everyone wants to fuck you. Can I really be enough for you? So they could also be just struggling with their self-confidence and their self-esteem at this point in time. Okay, so let's go ahead and add to this with some additional insight from the Arrows of Love Oracle by Mystic Moon. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Pisces, for your divine masculine X. Okay, let's see what else. Angels and spirit guides, please. This can, of course, also be for cross watchers. I forgot to mention that at the top of the video. So if you're a cross watcher and you're a feminine and you're watching for an ex who happens to be a Pisces, this can, of course, be for you too. So what do we have? We've got gamble, and then we've got caged heart, damaged. So somebody was hurt here, which is why you guys are more than likely in separation, or obviously the split, the division, the distance between the two of you hurt them, hurt you. And this is a very protective type energy. You're protecting your heart so that you end up not getting hurt. But sometimes you got to take a risk to see where it lands, take that leap of faith, which is very much like the energy of the Fool. Take that leap of faith and welcome in a new beginning, possibly. We do have loyalty, violets or blue. Someone's favorite flower or color could be violet or blue, okay? But this is a card of loyalty here. This is what, my feminines, I'm assuming you're wanting from your masculine, and maybe that was an issue, okay? And also, if you're with someone else at this point, And they want to create some chaos here, create this uproar, still wanting to be with you despite the fact that you're with somebody else. Then that's not a good situation to get yourself into. And look at this, we've got rendezvous. You know, it's one of those cards where they're wanting you to meet up with them. And if you're sneaking around behind your current partner's back, then that equates to a third-party situation, or certainly an unhealthy type behavior, either on your part or their part, you know. So I'm just kind of getting that for some of you. These next two cards are very interesting. We have available, and then we've got plenty of fish in the sea. So what I'm getting from your ex, Pisces, is that, well, actually, let me backtrack a minute. What I'm feeling here is someone's available here. Either yourself, my feminines, or your masculine, but someone is not. One person's available, the other one isn't. And so with this next card, plenty of fish in the sea, yeah, there's a lot of people out there that whoever is single, whoever is available, can get into a relationship with. But the problem here is we've got clearly a divine masculine who wants this uproar, who wants to stir the pot, so to speak, who wants to, you know, as it says, let's cause some chaos. That's exactly what would happen here, is chaos. Is to ruin the dynamic between two people who are already together. Whoa. And then we've got erotic activation coming through here. So we already have appealing. That ass is so appealing. I want access now. So they're still desiring you sexually. But again, if you're already with someone else, my feminines, then this is going to stir up some trouble that I really don't think you're wanting. That's what's coming through here, okay? The only way for this to work is for you guys to meet up when you're both free, when you're both available. So whoever is in a relationship, either the feminine, well, I'm assuming my feminines, you are in a relationship watching for a divine masculine ex, but you know, it could be the other way around for some of you. Whoever is available is obviously free to be in a relationship, but there's somebody here who isn't. So let's add to this. Let's grab some tarot messages here from my Modern Day Seers Tarot and Oracle Tarot with a Twist. If you're not familiar with this deck, this is a deck that I created with new Oracle messages as well as new court cards, in addition to the traditional tarot messages. So there's a lot of cards here, about 117 cards. So let's go ahead and see here, Pisces, what's going to come through. We've got the Duke of Earth, divine masculine, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. For some of you, this is your masculine here coming through with an earth energy. So the Duke of Earth is someone who's a good listener. They're very down to earth, very attractive, very handsome, great sense of humor. You know, very loving, very attentive. This could be the person that you're currently with, my feminines, or this could certainly be your ex coming through with that type of vibe. Interesting. Part of the issue here too is that since we do have violets are blue loyalty, and what I kind of get from that is that was an issue that was lacking in the partnership to begin with. Somebody wasn't loyal. There could have been infidelities and cheating going on. And so if that was kind of their pattern, then if you're already in another relationship and they want to create more drama and chaos by just getting into something with you, knowing you're taken, then it's just more of the same of what was lacking, which could be why, my feminines, you are protecting your heart space. Because you know that this ex is just going to create a lot of chaos and drama in your life. So just be mindful of any sort of offers that you do accept from your ex, especially if you're taken. We do have the King of Swords here, okay, so more masculine energy. The King of Swords could be a father figure, so some of you guys could have already had children together, or this masculine already has children. But this is a person who's very structured, very intelligent. They tend to think from a more rational mindset. Okay. We do have the Hermit here, Virgo, for some of you guys. So I kind of feel that some much needed soul searching is needed here, certainly from the feminines tuning in. You need some alone time to really figure this out. And is this an offer that's worth entertaining? Especially, and obviously this only applies to those of you who are already in a relationship and you've got an ex reaching out, wanting to be with you still. It could be very tempting that they still desire you, certainly sexually, but if you're happy with where you're at, you got to be mindful of what this is turning into, which is a third party. Okay? You got the Two of Wands here, so future planning, two paths that are being presented to you, to your ex. One path will lead you down a road of trouble, and the other will lead you towards a path that perhaps right now, that's where you're meant to be. Look at this. You've got the Four of Wands, my feminines, okay? So yes, there's a chance for a reunion here. And the thing with the Four of Wands is it's such a beautiful card. This could be a twin flame connection right here. But if you're in another relationship, and take that only if it applies, then you got to get out of that partnership to be available for this masculine ex. I know this is sounding very complicated here, but if there's a part of you that still sees a future with your masculine, it's possible, because that's exactly what this Four of Wands is offering the two of you. A reunion, a relationship that can come back together. You guys could get married someday, have a family someday. So it's not impossible that this reunion, this return can happen, but you both have to be available. You both have to be available. Otherwise, this is where you guys are headed with that Seven of Swords, and all it does is create deception, lies, cheating. Okay? But there's hope here for you guys to work this out. All right? So there's a chance that this wish for you guys to come back together and be happy, it's still possible. Okay? So complicated situation. You've got some decisions that you need to make here, my feminines, when it comes to your divine masculine ex. It's clearly being communicated. They want you. They still desire you. But if all they want to bring into your life is drama and chaos, and they don't want to commit to you and not offer you anything substantial, then, you know, that's an offer that you shouldn't basically gamble your happiness with, you know. But if you still have so much love for your ex, and if you are taken, you got to be available to entertain a reunion with your masculine. And for those who are not attached, you got to be mindful of what your divine masculine ex is offering you. If they are just wanting to play around, if they're not looking for anything serious, that as well could be a red flag, and why you've got this caged heart energy. So just be mindful of what it is that they're offering, because the possibility for a reunion is here. Okay? So let's go ahead and grab some dialogue messages here from my ex Oracle. Some of these messages could be from you, Pisces, and of course some of the messages could be from your ex. So let's take a look and see who needs to speak up here between the two of you. You loved me once, can you love me again? For some of you, I feel the answer to that question is yes. Do you still love me the way you used to? I want nothing more than to be yours again. Okay. We always had so much fun together, the laughter, our friendship, the way we loved each other. It was very special to me. Maybe, just maybe, we can try once more. You're the best gift I've ever been blessed with, and I took you for granted. That could have been an issue before. Okay, they didn't appreciate you when they had you, my feminines. This was an issue as well. Look at this. Why couldn't you just tell me that you wanted to end things instead of cheating on me? All right, so we do have that Seven of Swords, which is deception and cheating. For some of you guys, because we do have a couple of scenarios presenting itself here, for some of you, maybe this is how you feel, that it's over. This is not a relationship worth revisiting. even if they do want to return. But for some of you guys that are still open to wanting your ex back, it's possible. Okay, and lastly, roses are red, violets are blue. You know you still love me and I still love you. So it could go either way. For those of you who are open to a reunion, it can happen. For those of you that know it's the end of the road and you know that in your heart it's not worth revisiting this, then you got to just follow your own path, you know. And I just happened to glance at the bottom of the deck. For some of you guys, it is goodbye and you're better off without your ex. All right, so that's where I'm going to leave it, guys. For those of you that this resonated with, I do hope that it offered you advice that's helpful. If you're interested in your own personal private reading, that info is down below. That's it for now, guys. Thank you so much. Take care.